I can't believe it. After weeks of back-breaking labor in the component fields, under the cruel, unrelenting Mesian sun, after losing 3 of my fingers, 2 of my best friends, and my last shred of hope, I finally did it. With my own 2 calloused, bloodied hands, I built her, my tank, my beautiful, glorious steel daughter. She will carry me into battle. For honor, for glory, for the Colonial Legion. We're gonna win this war together. Wait, what are you? Have you ever been the victim of a 40mm shell from a tank crew? Want to get revenge? Well, good news. I'm NoVanityBran from the CABAL, and I'm here to help. In this video, I'll give you tips for hunting tanks as infantry. We'll go over some general tips, tips for hunting as a group, and tips for hunting as a solo player, so you never have to be harassed again. Able and competent infantry are a tank's greatest threat. Sticky grenades are by far the most effective weapon against them, but you have to be clever if you want to really rack up the kills. Let's start with some general tank hunting tips. Number 1. Stealth is your best friend. Do your absolute best to stay off the enemy's radar. Trust me, if they're a skilled crew, they're watching the map. So to help with this, wear a recon camo uniform. Recon gives you an 80% chance to avoid detection from watchtowers and observation bunkers. That greatly increases your odds of sneaking behind enemy tanks unnoticed. Number 2. Use the night cycle. Foxhole's day and night cycle is a huge opportunity for tank hunters. At night, the player's cone of vision is limited and tanks can't use binoculars to spot you. This gives you a better chance to close in before they can react. Number 3. Bring binoculars. Binoculars let you scout further and plan your route. They're especially useful for coordinating sticky rushes with a group. Use your binoculars to scout enemy defenses and the position of enemy tanks, then use your gathered intel to sneak behind enemy armor. Number 4. Carry a radio. Radios let you see enemy infantry on the map. This helps you avoid patrols that could ruin your plan. If your team has intel on the map, use it to your advantage. Watch enemy troop movements and avoid areas where the enemy is patrolling. Number 5. Positioning is everything. Never, and I mean ever, run directly at a tank unless it is your only option. Instead, just flank, bro. Use the map and your binoculars to plan a path that lets you approach the tank from behind or from the sides. Your goal is to avoid fire from the turret, so pick an angle that delays their reaction the most. Number 6. Lead your throws. Sticky grenades have travel time, so if a tank is moving, you need to aim ahead of it. This takes practice, so don't get discouraged. Even the most skilled players miss occasionally. And finally, for our general tips, number 7. Save your sprint. Your stamina will affect how fast you run. The lower your stamina, the slower your character runs, so be sure to save stamina for the final charge. A full-speed sprint with a sticky grenade equipped is often what makes the difference. Now let's talk about some tips for hunting in a group specifically. When you're hunting in a group, you can take on bigger targets, but it's also easy to be wasteful if you don't coordinate well. So number 1, limit your grenades. Each player should carry 3 to 4 sticky grenades maximum. It's rare in a group to need more than that to get a kill, and bringing fewer grenades reduces loss if things go wrong. Remember, each crate of sticky grenades only contains 10 grenades, so you don't want to waste your Logi man's time and effort. Number 2. Everyone wears recon at all times. If the enemy sees a large group on the map, they'll react instantly. Enemy players are going to call you out in text chat and a large force will respond to your group. Recon uniforms help keep your squad hidden until it's too late. Number 3 is simple but important. Number 3 is communicate. Make sure you communicate with your teammates. Use local or squad chat, especially if you're not all in the same regiment or in the same Discord call. Forming a squad lets everyone follow the squad leader using the directional arrow on their compass. Coordination ensures that everyone hits the same target. You don't want to have 6 different people hitting 6 different targets, because then you won't get a kill. Number 4, try to prioritize high-value targets. Go for the expensive stuff first. Facility tanks, battle tanks, super heavy tanks, anything that costs processed construction materials or steel is worth targeting and will make a big difference for other players fighting on the front line. And number 5, ignore enemy infantry. A few enemy soldiers aren't going to stop a well-coordinated rush. Sprint past them and focus on your target. You are not equipped to fight enemy infantry, and your goal is the tank, so never take your mind off of your target. Don't stop to fight enemy infantry.
He's down.
Yes! Hello! Where's your BT? Where's your BT? Where's your BT?
That gift. It was really
Where's your
helpful.
BT? Where's your BT? Wait, where's your outlaw?
It's a special gift.
Oh, it's magic tanks, they disappeared. Magic tanks.
Now here's some tips for hunting tanks as a solo. If you are alone, hunting tanks is harder, but it's not impossible. The first thing to know is that you'll need more grenades to get a kill, but you also get the benefit of being less noticeable. Enemy players are far less likely to respond to a single player sneaking behind their lines. However, you still want to avoid detection from watchtowers when possible. Secondly, choose your uniform. Since you're solo, you have options. You can use a grenadier uniform if you are a colonial to carry more grenades, or you can stick with recon for stealth, or you can choose not to use any uniform at all. Any of these approaches can work, it just depends on your strategy and how much you want to avoid being detected. Number 3. Use cover. You would be surprised how easy it is to simply hide in a bush and wait for the perfect opportunity, especially when wearing a recon uniform. Use bushes, buildings, or maybe even build yourself a pillbox in an open field and wait. Solo tank hunting requires patience, so don't be afraid to hide while you wait for the perfect opportunity. And lastly, pick the right targets. If you're alone, don't waste your effort on heavy tanks. You're not going to be able to carry enough grenades to kill them. You'll only do damage to them. Try to aim for smaller targets with less health. Go for things like scout tanks, light tanks, half-tracks, or armored cars. These are all viable kills for a solo player that can be done in one single run. It also helps if you try to target distracted or repairing crews whenever possible. If you see an enemy tank crew out of their tank and repairing, then it is likely that they're not paying attention and you can sneak up on them. And for my final thoughts, whether you are solo or in a group, it's important that you don't give up. Not every sticky run will succeed. If it fails, simply try again and change your route. The more persistent and methodical you are, the better your chances. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it or want more guides in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers and I'd really appreciate your support. And whether you are a colonial or a warden, thank you for watching, and remember, the eye of Cabal never blinks.
All right, I'm going back to digging.